Good evening, everyone. Welcome you all on this platform. That is one mark solution, and as you know that in on this platform regularly we are conducting sessions for the one mark questions like multiple choice questions, true false assertion region, case study based question, and other type of one mark question like MCQs also. So today on this through this platform we are going to conduct about the forms of market, that is the chapter in class 11th economics, microeconomics. So today we will discuss the multiple choice questions, the true false, the assertion region questions, and fill-ups questions, match the column questions from the chapter forms of market, and the chapter is from class 11 microeconomics. As you know, and I would like to request all my viewers kindly subscribe the channel and share the video with your friends, with your juniors also, because on this platform we are conducting sessions for not only for the class 11 but for class 6 to 12 all subjects and all chapters. Different subject experts from different parts of country we are having with us. So today, as a subject expert, Madam Rajni Tony is here with us from Bangalore, BGS International Residential School, Bangalore. She is a PGT Economics in the BGS International Residential School. Madam, welcome you on this platform. I welcome on behalf of One Mark Solution as well as on behalf of all the viewers. I welcome you. And Madam Tony also have taken production of function previously, and also have taken chapter uh, uh, for class 10th also. So today definitely we are going to have a very good session. I hope I would like to hand over Madam Rajni Tony. Madam, please.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the warm welcome. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my dear children. Uh, Once again, we are uh, going to meet you and we'll discuss some topics regarding from microeconomics, forms of market. It's a very interesting chapter. The microeconomics, all the lessons are interconnected. First of all, introduction, and then consumer behavior, demand, and then production, cost. Then we are coming to the market. Now you know that market as a wider scope in economics, not like buying and selling of, that is not a place for buying and selling of things. It's like interaction of demand and supply is done in market. So market demand and the supply curves and the equilibrium price and what are the different forms of market, that's what we are going to discuss today. Actually, the market is like perfect competitive market and non-competitive markets are there. So in that perfect competition and non-competitive markets like uh, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, duopoly. So there are different types of imperfect market or non-competitive market. First of all, we'll go to the perfect competition. The word itself suggests there's perfect competition behavior, and in perfect competition, as the name suggests, all products are homogeneous, standardized products. There is not much difference in the products. All products are identical, and the firm is price taker, because there is no such difference between, as you know, there is no such difference between uh, the products. All products look similar, homogeneous products. Like examples in the daily life, we can say vegetables, rice, wheat, and all examples of things looks homogeneous. And it is competitive in behavior, not competitive in structure. So that the terms to we feel that both terms are similar, like competitive behavior and competitive structure. But actually there is difference between competitive behavior and competitive structure, that we'll discuss with questions are there. But just now, I just want to give you some uh, tips regarding to this concept for a better understanding. So this is the demand curve faced by a perfect competition, faced in perfect competition. There are large number of firms in the market, and all the large number of sellers and large number of buyers, and each firm has no role. So you can see a firm is a price taker in the perfect competitive market because there is no role for an individual firm. So whatever the market decides, it should be followed by the industry. The interaction of demand and supply decides the equilibrium price. Equilibrium price is that, like, what that market clears, like there is no excess and there is no deficiency. Both are equal. Demand and supply curve intersect each other, and that particular point that decides the market, and that whatever the firm, whatever the market condition exist in the market, that supply is adjusted according to that, and it decides the equilibrium price. And this is the demand curve faced by the perfect competition. You can see that price curve, that is the AR curve, that average revenue curve, and that is the it should be followed by the industry because there are large number of firms in the market. Okay, let's go to the next market form, like the exactly opposite to perfect competition, that is monopoly. Monopoly, the word itself suggests single seller, one seller with many buyers, with one seller with many buyers. So you can see that exactly opposite to the perfect competition. So one seller with many buyers. So price maker, here the you can see the demand curve is not like the horizontal to the x-axis as in the case of perfect competition, because perfect competition, a firm has no particular role in deciding the market price. But here in the monopoly, you can see that it's a downward sloping demand curve, and because it's a decreasing function of price, there is an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. So it's a downward sloping demand curve. Okay. So next is like demand curve of a firm under monopolistic competition. So like it's a mixture of market structure. Here are like the large number of sellers, but small firms with many buyers. With many buyers. Here, what is the difference from perfect competition is like it's not the different homogeneous product. Here, the products are differentiated products. Differentiated products, like what is the mean differentiated products, different size, different color, different shape. It's like that. Demand curve of a firm under monopolistic competition, it's a downward sloping, but compared to the monopoly, the demand curve is more elastic, means more responsive. Elastic means responsiveness. There is more responsiveness to the price change in case of monopolistic competition. That is the difference. Like perfect competition, actually, it is there are large, but compared to perfect competition, the number of firms are less. But at the same time, number of sellers is there, but the products are differentiated. So the elasticity of demand is highest in the case of monopolistic competition. It's a downward sloping curve, but compared to the monopoly, it's like that is less elastic, relatively elastic, but here it is more elastic, more responsiveness to the price change because more competition is there. It's not competitive in behavior, it's competitive in structure. Say like next form of market is kinged demand curve under oligopoly. Kinged demand curve under oligopoly. So what is the meaning of kink? You can see a kink here in the price and output. In the y-axis, always y-axis represent price and the x-axis represent quantity demanded. So you can see at a particular market, so it's the market that there is a kink in the demand curve. Why it is so? Because there are small number of firms is comparatively less with, and large they are sharing the market. It's like a monopoly only, but it's not exactly similar. More than like 5 6 many, not many firms, but comparatively more than the monopoly. It's like maybe in the form of cartel or in the form of collusive oligopollution, means like one they are framing some agreements between them and they are sharing the market, so that any one particular firm is increasing or decreasing the price, it will affect the other firms also. So there is a kink in the demand curve. So they cannot much, if any of the firm increase the price, there is no tendency to follow the same. But they can they reduce the price, they will follow. So any one particular firm can decide any particular decision and goes to the market. Okay, so these are the different forms of market which I want to discuss with you today. Hope all of you are cooperate with me and you are listening and you are ready to answer the question answer session. Okay. Okay, the first question like a form of the market in which there is a single seller of a commodity is called. Yeah, definitely single seller of a commodity. Definitely, what option is the correct answer? Perfect competition, as I already told you, there are large number of sellers selling homogeneous product. And the monopoly means single seller. Monopolistic competition means large number of firms with selling differentiated product. Oligopoly also few large firms sharing the market. So definitely the answer is B. That is monopoly. The question is like that only. So a form of market in which there is a single seller of a commodity. Okay, coming to the next question. A firm under monopoly can earn. The options are like only normal profits in the short run, only normal profits in the long run, supernormal profits in the short run as well as long run, supernormal profits only in the long run. So as already I discussed in the production function, I told like the product short run means short period of time, which are the firm has not that much time enough to change all the factors of production, and so they can. So normal profit means like the normal profit the firm can run. So, but in case of monopoly, the firm is known as price maker because he is the firm and he is the industry. So full control over markets, not like perfect competition. Full control over the market. According to the elasticity of demand, they can decide the price. So actually there is possibility of they can earn super normal profit, because according to the elasticity they can enjoy super normal profits in the short period as well as in the long period. There is no much difference because freedom of entry and exit is restricted in monopoly. Only one seller, because freedom of entry and exit is restricted. Because of that, supernormal, there are chances of supernormal profit because he is the only one for, and they can enjoy supernormal profits in the short run as well as long run. I think that is the correct answer. And see, supernormal profits in the short run as well as long run. Okay. Next one, a market strategy adopted by a firm to increase its market share through advertisement is called. Advertisement cost is actually the selling cost of that which a firm can expand, which firm can increase the demand of its product. Like we all are attracted with the advertisement, right? Advertisement are attractive, and so they have to spend for it, and that it naturally the demand of the product the products become popular through the advertisement. That cost that is called selling cost. That is actually the options are given perfect competition. Perfect competition, there is no such strategy because there is no scope for that one, like a firm to increase its market through advertisement. How can they? Because all firms are selling the same product. Then pure competition, also like that, some there is a pure competition and perfect competition is almost same, only one or two options is different, like perfect knowledge about the market is not there in pure competition. And price competition means they can that the strategy which they adopted is like advertisement cost, that is not price, that is they are not competing with price. So I think the option D is the correct answer, that is non-price competition. Okay, let's check for the answer. Yeah. Yes, non-price competition. Selling cost, the firm is competing with each other with selling cost. So they are trying to capture the market through the advertisement or something like other than price, like not increasing and decreasing the price. They are adopting different strategy to capture the market. So selling cost is an example of non-price competition. Sorry, market strategy. That is the strategy adopted by a firm to increase its market share through advertisement is called non-price competition. Hope, my viewers, you understood that concept. Okay. So next is like, under which of the following forms of market structure does a firm has no control over the price of its product? So in economics, the most common problem we are facing, like we don't like most confusion, all the terms and things look similar, but actually when we understand the concept, and definitely you will get a more interest in that subject. So please try to follow me. Like which of the following forms of market structure does a firm has no control of the price of its product? A monopoly, whether that is the correct answer. Which does a firm has no control? Monopoly, yeah, definitely. Monopoly has the control because a firm is the price maker here. Like he has full control over the market. And oligopoly also, the large firms sharing the market. Here also they have control. Then monopolistic competition. Here also the elasticity is comparatively higher in other forms of market, but still there is control of the market structure over the market. And you just see perfect competition. Perfect competition, large number of firms and large number of buyers and large number of sellers, and there is no scope for advertisement or selling cost, and firm is just following whatever is happening in the market. They whatever is happening in the market, they're just following. Firm is price taker, and the firm itself make the industry, because demand and supply price mechanism decide the market. So there is no control, because whatever the market situation, they are just following. So I think the D option D is the correct answer. Yeah, this is the correct answer. Okay. Now comes to the next question. Monopolistic competition combines the features of. What are like perfect competition and monopoly, monopoly and oligopoly, perfect competition and oligopoly. Both, like you can see that there are large number of firms in the monopolistic competition, and with they are selling that monopolistic according to their wish, they can sell the differentiated products. So it can be that the mixture of two different market structure. So it's a mixture of perfect competition and oligopoly, because oligopoly also they are to attract the market, to capture the market, they are taking the using selling cost and all. So monopolistic competition is also following the same strategy, and they have some control, they have the control over the market. So monopolistic competition combines the features of perfect competition and oligopoly. And you can see there are a variety of examples for perfect competition. Perfect competition, the pure, not like, yeah, not in the well, like perfect competition, like vegetables and the rice, wheat, and all. That is example of perfect competition. And oligopoly is like the large number of McDonald's and that those kind of things, smartphones, manufacturing industries, big vehicles like car making industry, that and all examples of oligopoly. And it's a monopolistic competition is a mixture of these two market structure, and it is the most visible form of market in the monopolistic competition. I think the option C is the correct answer. Yes, perfect competition and oligopoly is the correct answer. Monopolistic competition combines the features of perfect competition and oligopoly. Yes. Next thing is regarding the market equilibrium. Like, what would price ceiling lead to when the maximum price is fixed lower than the equilibrium price? So you have you know about not about this equilibrium price is the price which market clears. Like, there is no excess, there is no deficiency. Is equal, demand and supply equal. That is the equilibrium price. There is no excess, there is no deficiency. So what is price ceiling? Actually, price ceiling is the government fix the price of the product, especially the essential commodities. Government is taking initiative to protect the consumers, and they are distributing, they are deciding the price, and they are deciding to protect the consumers. And one more concept is there for that, like price floor is there, that is to protect the yeah, they just protect the producers. Price floor and price ceiling is to protect the consumers. So consumers is always related to demand. So here the question is, what happened if the maximum price is fixed lower than the equilibrium price? So I hope you can you guess the answer whether it is excess demand. The equilibrium price, there is no excess, there is no deficiency. So both are equal, demand and you know there is a positive relationship between price and quantity supplied, and a negative relationship between price and quantity demanded. So whenever the price is fixed lower than the equilibrium price, definitely there should be excess demand. Excess demand. You feel that deficient supply also, like equilibrium price is fixed below the equilibrium price. That time there is chance of deficient supply also. But now we are the specific question specifically mentioned price ceiling. So it is related to demand. It is related to demand, the concept of demand. That's why the answer is, what should be the answer? Excess demand. Yeah, excess demand, excess demand. So the price is deficient supply, also a possible answer, but definitely the price is fixed below the equilibrium price whenever there is positive relation. No? So deficient supply can happen, but the price ceiling is related to protect the consumers. That's why the first answer is correct. First option is correct. Correct. Excess demand is the correct answer. I hope you understood this concept. Okay. Next one is equal to that profits of the firm will be more at. Profits of the firm will be more at. Marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. Yeah, what is marginal revenue? Additional revenue earned for selling of an additional unit of product, and marginal cost is the cost incurred for the additional unit of production. So profit TR minus TZ is the profit of the firm. So they are asking, the question is, what is the profit? There is more chances of profit at what point? So MR is equal to MZ, or the next option is additional revenue from extra unit equals its additional cost. The same option only, but it's given in a different way. And the third option is like both of A and B. Um, so the option D is none. So definitely the answer is, I think, option C, because both the option MR is equal to MZ. That is the when marginal revenue is equal to additional revenue is equal to additional cost. Definitely that is the most chances of profit in the market. So that is the correct option. Option C is the correct one. That both A and B. So marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost, and the same option is given in a different way. That is additional revenue from extra unit equals its additional cost. Next one, like under monopoly, price discrimination is done. Actually, what is price discrimination? Price discrimination is like depends on the elasticity of demand and depends on the conditions of the consumers. The monopoly is they are the price makers, no? So they can choose what price they can assign to the product in different situations. Depends on the elasticity of demand, depends on the consumers. The same service, same product, but charging different price. That is called price discrimination. The same service, same product, same service or same product is not a problem. But it is, they are charging different price, depends on like best example for this is like in the rationing system, like cards, ration cards are available so like APL cards, BPL cards, and in that railway that seating arrangement, like so same service only given, but depends on the status, like they are charging different prices, different fares for the same service. Some like so that kind of those kind of examples, like so that that is the meaning of price discrimination, providing same service or product with a different price, depends on the elasticity and depends on the consumer status. According to that, they are charging different prices. So that is called price discrimination. So the question is, on a monopoly, price discrimination is done, well, like to minimize cost of production. Definitely not. There is no like like minimize cost of production. Price discrimination is not a solution. And next one is to maximize revenue from the sale of good or service. You think about it, that maximize revenue from the sale of a good or service. Yeah, you just think and tell me. Next two option, to increase market share of a firm, because monopoly, either the firm itself is an industry, so there is no like to increase the share of firm. So and none of this. What is your opinion regarding this option? That is like the first, maximize revenue from the sale of a good or service, because in there is a strategy adopted by the monopoly to maximize their revenue from the sale of a good or service. Suppose some situation, they have to adopt such strategies to maximize their sales. Sometimes the price fixed by this firm is not affordable to the common people, so they are deciding like that, and they are favoring to those consumers, and at the same time and so that same service is available, but it depends on the condition of consumer. They are charging the price separately. So that there is a meaning of price discrimination. So monopoly, they are using this strategy. Next one is, in the context of monopolistic competition, which one of the following is correct? Yeah, monopolistic competition we already discussed. This option A is selling costs are very significant and demand curve is perfectly elastic. That is not a correct option in case of monopolistic competition. And perfect knowledge among buyers, that is also not correct. It's not, there is no perfect knowledge like regarding the market. Each and everyone, they can manipulate the market. And then next is full control over price. monopolistic competition. The question is, which one of the following is correct? That full control over price is also not correct, because the prices depends on the elasticity of demand according to that. So yeah, it's not full control, but actually compared to the perfect competition, the monopolistic competition is controlled but not full control. So I think the option A is the correct answer. Selling codes are very significant. In the context of monopolistic competition, this is selling codes are very significant. Okay, coming to the next point. In oligopoly, the products are. What is oligopoly? A few large firms with many buyers, and they can produce homogeneous product. So they can produce homogeneous product. They can produce differentiated products. uh, then option C, either homogeneous or differentiated. Option D is none of the above. Yeah, so from my explanation, I hope you got this answer. The oligopoly can produce either homogeneous or differentiated product. I think that is the correct option, because they can produce homogeneous product also, because the like they can produce homogeneous product means identical products, or they can produce differentiated products. They can make they can produce both the products, like homogeneous or differentiated products. Okay, Maria, is coming to the 11th question. What is that? What should firm do when marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost? So, what is the meaning of the question? Additional revenue, that additional revenue earned from an extra unit of sale, that is greater than the additional cost. So, like that time, revenue is more. So, we know the profit maximizing condition, that is MR is equal to MC, right? So, the question is MR is greater than MC here in this case. So, what is the option for the firm to what the firm can do? So in this situation, firm should expand output, or effect should be made to make them equal, or price should be covered down, or all of this. I think firm should expand output so that the condition will be satisfied, that MR is equal to MC. So what should firm do when marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost? Firm should expand output. So that should be the correct answer, I think. Yeah. Firm should expand output, so the additional revenue is equal to additional cost. That point, the firm is in equilibrium. Okay. Then under monopoly, price discrimination depends upon. Under monopoly, price discrimination depends upon. Just now we discussed about this. On what basis monopoly is adopting different price strategies to different targeted group? Or price discrimination depends on the elasticity of demand for commodity or supply of commodity. Supply means they are only producing and they are only supplying, and size of market, and all of the above. Definitely the answer is elasticity of demand for a commodity. What is the responsiveness? If the more elastic, if the demand is highly elastic, means more elastic means when there is a small change in price, it affects the change in quantity demanded in a very large proportion, so that they should think regarding the price. Like whenever they increase the price of the product, there is a huge response from the consumer. They are reducing the, we know that the market demand is a decreasing function of price. So is highly elastic means they should think about their strategy, so they can adopt this price discrimination policy. So elasticity of demand for the commodity is the correct answer, I think. Yeah. Elasticity of demand for commodity is the correct answer for this question. Okay. Coming to the next one. Formation of a group by the competing firms in the market is called. I told you about oligopoly. A few large firms exist in the market and they have to share the market. Otherwise, if one of the firm is increasing the price of the product according to their cost of production, no other firms will follow the same. So then what will happen? No one will, we as consumers, whether we are ready to purchase a product with high price, the same product, no, definitely not. So any one firm is not following the same. And so like if any one of the firm to increase their demand, they reduce the price, everyone will follow, but they can reduce the price less than they should consider their marginal cost. They cannot reduce price more than that. So there is a kink or there is a sticky price rigidity is there. So better they can make an agreement between themselves, and they are like price competition or non-price competition. They can decide a strategy and they can form as a cartel, like they can act as an union. So that is called like, so that you should know before answering this question. So formation of a group by the competing firms in the market is called patent right. Patent right is not, because it's not like it's a not market study. It's a like right given by patent life and all. It's not related to this market structure, and it's not. It's a right. So it's solely given to the producer by producing something. It's like monopoly. We can use this patent right. Only this particular firm has the right and all. But it's not a market agreement like you were. So I think cartel. Cartel is an association, like is an agreement between the uh, producers. Formation of a group by the competing firms in the market is called cartel. That is the correct answer. I think so. Okay, you also for the same answer, I think. Yes. Answer C, that cartel is the that formation of group. Especially we can see this cartel in oligopoly. And this cartel act as a monopoly. Next one is firms in a monopolistic market are price. Firms in a monopolistic market are definitely monopolistic means it's not definitely not price takers. Whatever the market is demand and supply is, they have some control over the market. Price givers, not that one, not price givers. Yeah, price maker. Yes, you just think over it and tell me. And next is acceptors. Firms in a monopolistic market are price makers. Firms in a monopolistic market are price makers. Okay. I hope you understood, because monopolistic and it's not price takers, perfect competition price takers, because they have no control over the market. All are selling same product, but here not, that is not the case. They are selling differentiated product. And they are spending price competition they can do, and they can do non-price more competitive in structure, not competitive in behavior. Okay. Hope you got this. Next one. Market which have two firms are known as. It's also like two firms in the market. What is the name given to that one? Like what market which have two firms are known as oligopoly. Oligopoly means not two firms, like not few firms, like more than two. Like yeah, it's a special case like duopoly. Duopoly means two sellers. It's a case of duopoly. So in question specifically mentioned two firms. So the answer is definitely duopoly. Monopsony means one buyer with many sellers. Like monopoly means single seller. So the option B is the correct answer. Duopoly, two firms, two sellers in the market. It's known as duopoly. Next 16th question. Product differentiation under monopolistic competition is often supported with? Often supported with, that is the question. Okay, don't mislead the question. Like, product differentiation under monopolistic competition is often supported with. Differentiation means, yeah, we are like the different products we are purchasing, the toothpaste, washing soap, powder, detergent powder, everything we are purchasing, that and all we are attracted towards their some qualities or some advertisement or some qualities like difference, color, attraction, so something like that we are attracted towards that product. So the question is, product differentiation under monopolistic competition is often supported with heavy advertisement expenditure. Is not a supporting thing, like, so we cannot say that is, we cannot think that should be the correct answer. We cannot think like that. It's a heavy advertisement expenditure is not supporting the product differentiation, but selling cost, yeah, different non-price competing strategies. They can adopt different, not only advertisement expenditure, they can adopt different strategies to attract consumers. So those, actually main thing is advertisement only, and they can adopt other strategies also to attract the consumers. So selling cost, non-price competition, both A and B. So product different, both A and B. So product differentiation. So specifically mention product differentiation. They are not asking why you are supporting monopolistic competition. They're asking product differentiation under monopolistic competition is often supported with. So the question is very clear. So the answer is also very clear. That is selling cost. Because product differentiation, that is the special case. They are trying to attract the consumer by changing the shape, color, and other kind of some small texture or something like that. So they are trying to attract the consumer. So definitely selling cost is the main thing regarding the product differentiation. Next question. Monopolist can determine. The monopoly, the firm is the price maker. They themselves make the industry, so they can determine the price, or they can determine the output, or they can either price or output or none. That is the options available to you. So definitely they can fix the price, but we cannot say either price or output. In the case like they are in case of relative inelasticity, if they can increase the price and decrease the price, they can, and they can decide when it is more elastic, they can reduce the output level, production level. So they can determine, monopolist can determine either price or output. That is the correct answer, because they have full control over the market. So it depends on the situation. They can decide either price or output. Monopolist can determine either price or output. Okay. Coming to the next point. In comparison to monopoly, the demand curve under monopolistic competition is, in comparison to monopoly, the demand curve under monopolistic competition is, I told you in the beginning, I shared some slides like regarding the market demand curve in monopoly and monopolistic competition. So the question is, both monopoly also downward sloping demand curve, and monopolistic competition is also downward sloping demand curve. So the question is like, which is more elastic? Definitely, I think you got the answer now. Which is more elastic? Like the monopolistic competition, they are facing more elastic demand curve. There is more responsiveness in demand because of more competition also, and price competition is there, non-price competition is there. So the answer is more elastic. Monopolistic competition, the demand curve is more elastic. Then next question, we already know that this we already discussed also. I think you've got this one. This answer is very easily means a marginal revenue of an unit is given by, means you know that what is marginal revenue. We discussed it many times, like additional revenue received from an additional unit, received from an additional sale of an output. So that total revenue received from the current unit minus total revenue received from the previous unit. That is the correct answer. So option C is the correct answer. TRN minus TRN minus 1. That is the correct option. TRN minus TRN minus 1. Total revenue for the current unit received from the current unit, current sale of output minus total revenue received from the previous sale of output. Okay, next one. In the context of oligopoly, which one of the following is correct? Oligopoly. Again, we come to the market structure. Oligopoly, large firms, they are sharing the market. Which one of the following is correct? Full control over the price. No, that is incorrect because they have their interdependence is there in oligopoly. One, they cannot make their own strategy. So the interdependence is there. So in the context of oligopoly, which one of the full control of our price is incorrect option. It's not correct, I think. Then next is more elastic demand curve. It's also not that much correct. Like more elastic demand curve because of interdependence, that is not that much elastic. Indeterminate demand curve. Yeah, we already discussed. There is a king. Like in because of interdependence between the firms, the market demand curve of this oligopoly firm is indeterminate demand curve, indeterminate or kinged demand curve, and selling costs do not exist. That is not at all a correct option because they are also adopting different strategies, selling costs. They are going to attract the because in oligopoly they are selling either a differentiated product or homogeneous product. So selling costs are relevant there. So in this, I think option C is the correct answer. So because indeterminate demand curve, in the context of oligopoly, indeterminate demand curve is the correct option. Next question: which market has the highest selling cost? So perfect competition, there is no selling cost because all are selling same products, and the monopolistic competition, they have selling cost. They very much important. Selling costs are very much relevant in monopolistic competition as well. In monopoly also because they freedom of no entry and exit is restricted in monopoly. One seller, no. So selling cost is not that relevant in monopoly. Oligopoly. So its selling cost is very much relevant because there is interdependence. Any one firm is doing something, the other firm also doing the other thing. Non-price competition, especially in non-case oligopoly, and to attract the consumers, selling cost is very much relevant in oligopoly. Let's see the answer. Yeah. Oligopoly is the correct answer. Which market has the highest selling cost? The monopolistic competition also relevant only. It's like selling costs are very much relevant, but more than that, because in between firms, like they are like act as a especially in case of non-collusive oligopoly, they are closely observing the strategy of rivals. So selling costs are very much relevant in oligopoly form of market structure. So you can observe whatever we are just clearing the theory part. You can observe the things what like oligopoly firms. I told like smartphone manufacturing and this vehicle car manufacturing industry. So that they are how they are following their strategies, bike manufacturing. So they are like act as a collateral, petroleum manufacturing. So this and all they are deciding. So oligopoly, which market has the highest selling cost? That is oligopoly, as very much relevant in that one. Which next question? Which one is not correct about oligopoly? Which one is not correct about oligopoly? Not correct. That is the question. So please read the option carefully. Few big sellers and large number of buyers. That is correct one. Kinged demand curve. We know that that is the option there. Huge advertisement cost. That also relevant. And straight line demand curve. That is not at all a correct option, because we know that indeterminate demand curve or kinged demand curve, in the beginning we saw the slides also, it's kinged demand curve. Which one is not correct about oligopoly? Kinged demand curve. Kinged demand curve is the straight line demand. Kinged demand curve is the option, and straight line demand curve is the incorrect option. That is the question, no? Not correct about oligopoly. So I think option D is the correct answer. Is not correct regarding the oligopoly form of market. Straight line demand curve we cannot observe in oligopoly. Next one is, which market have highest elastic demand curve? Which market have highest elastic demand curve? That is perfect competition, monopolistic competition, monopoly, oligopoly. Highest elastic demand curve. Definitely, which one should be the correct answer? Monopolistic competition. Yeah, because we know that it is more responsive and large number of firms with many buyers and product differentiation is there. So monopolistic competition is the correct answer. Differentiation is there, so highly elastic. So the correct option is monopolistic competition. Please read the option carefully and find out the answer, my dears. Like total revenue curve is straight line curve, or marginal revenue is just below to average revenue curve. Average revenue is equal to price, none of the above. So this price, we are discussing about perfect competition. Perfect competition, large number of sellers with the large number of buyers, and selling homogeneous product, standardized product, identical products. So there is no control over market. Whatever is the demand and supply desire, price mechanism desired, that is the price, market price. So which is the correct answer? So that incorrect option in here, I think marginal revenue is just below, because in perfect competition, price is equal to average revenue is equal to marginal revenue. P is equal to AR is equal to MR. So it is not like marginal revenue is just below to the average revenue curve. It's not. There is no chance of marginal revenue goes behind average revenue. So incorrect option is option B, I think. Yeah, correct option is margin revenue is just below to average revenue curve. Okay. So now let's come to the next point. Next question. Which one is not correct about monopolistic competition? Which one is not correct about monopolistic competition? This is regarding monopolistic competition. Total revenue curve is straight line curve, or margin revenue is just below to average revenue curve. That is correct only because here elasticity, because always the marginal revenue is below to the average revenue curve, and because of control over the market, average revenue is equal to price. That is also correct, and none of the above. So here total revenue curve is a straight line. In case of perfect competition, that is a correct option. Total revenue curve is a straight line. But in case of monopolistic competition, we cannot, it's like it's increasing, reaches maximum and then decreasing. Depends on the elasticity of demand. And because of price and price competition and all. So we are not getting a curve, just a straight line demand curve in case of total revenue. Not total revenue curve is a straight line in case of monopolistic competition. So I think option A is the correct answer. Yeah, total revenue curve is a straight line curve. That is the incorrect option. Other options are okay, like that is true in case of option B and C, true in case of monopolistic competition. Okay, next coming to the 26th one, that is under perfect competition, demand curve of a firm is um, perfect competition. Again we come to this perfect competition. So that is like demand curve of a firm, that is price is equal to AR curve. So you tell me what is the option, correct option, whether it is positively sloped, no, negatively sloped, no, because price takers. So horizontal means infinite change in quantity demanded according. So demand curve of a firm that is parallel to the x-axis, but it is price takers, there is no influence or the market. So what should be the correct answer? That is horizontal, because you know that in the beginning I shared the slide. No, you see the shape of the demand curve. That price is equal to average revenue curve is equal to marginal revenue curve. Okay, coming to the next one. Demand curve of a perfectly competitive firm is a horizontal straight line parallel to x-axis. It happens because of it's very interesting question. Demand curve of a perfectly competitive firm is a horizontal straight line. Yeah, just now we completed. But it happens because I think you already done the answer, because firm is price taker. And yeah, that happens because of, firm is price taker. There is no other option. Like selling costs are zero. That is not the portion of like selling costs. That is not the reason for that one. There is freedom of entry and exit. Yeah, definitely is there. That is not like, but firm is price taker. Exact option is firm is price taker. Okay, next question. Which of the following is not a characteristic of price taker? TR is equal to P into Q. That is the correct option. Average revenue is equal to price. That is also correct option. Price is equal to average revenue. That is correct option. And price is equal to average revenue is equal to marginal revenue. That is also correct option. So what should be the wrong option? Like it's not a characteristic. Negatively sloped demand curve. It's not a negatively sloped demand curve. It's a horizontal to the x-axis. So at option D is the correct answer. Negatively sloped demand curve. Next question. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Which of the following statement is incorrect? Uh, Again, under monopoly, there is no difference between firm and industry. We are asking for incorrect option. So, economics, there is more chance of confusion. So, please read the question carefully, and based on your concept understanding only, you can answer. If you learn if you don't know the concept very well, definitely there is more chances of incorrect option. So, please read the options carefully. Like under monopoly, there is no difference between firm and industry. Definitely, yeah, that is correct only. A monopolist may restrict the output and raise the price. That is also okay. And commodities offered for sale under perfect competition will be heterogeneous. Uh, the next option is product differentiation is peculiar to monopolistic competition. So here you can see the incorrect option is commodities offered for sale under perfect competition will be heterogeneous. That is a wrong option, because a homogeneous product we are selling. I hope you already done this answer. You understood the concept also. And coming to the 30th question, like the demand curve facing a firm under monopoly is definitely not horizontal, not indeterminate, not upward sloping. So the option is downward sloping. We know that. Now coming to fill in the blanks. Competitive behavior and competitive market structure are in generally inverse related, because I told you in the beginning that there is a similarity while we are using competitive behavior and competitive in structure. We feel like similar, but there is difference. Competitive behavior means like all sellers are selling the same product. There is no chance of competitive in structure. The more competitive in behavior, the less competitive in structure. There is no chance of other strategies. So that is the I think the inversely related, it is the correct option. Coca-Cola and Pepsi, they are like more competitive in structure. But the vegetable vendors, they are not competitive in structure, they are competitive in behavior. So inversely related, that is the correct answer. You can see the explanation. Competitive behavior and competitive market structure are in general inversely related. The more competitive the market structure, less competitive is the behavior of the firms. That inverse relationship between these two, behavior and structure. Coming to the next question, selling the same good at different prices to different buyers is known as product difference. This selling the same goods at different prices to different buyers. I told you in the monopoly we are adopting this strategy. So the same goods or service providing to the different customers depends on their condition and the elasticity. They are fixing the different price for the same product. So this is called price discrimination. Next one, the price at which demand and supply equate to each other is called equilibrium price. Yes. The next is under dash firm. Under a firm is a price maker. Under monopoly, a firm is a price maker. Next, demand curve under monopolistic competition is downward sloping. More or less downward sloping. More. Yeah. Then next is competition is preferred to collusion as a means of profit maximization under, you tell me what should be the answer. Competition is preferred to collusion as a means of profit maximization under non-collusive oligopoly. We know collusive oligopoly is also there, and non-collusive also. Sometimes they are forming cartels. That's an example of collusive oligopoly. Non-collusive oligopoly means they are independent. Each firm is independent. And I told you, they are closely observing other strategies. That time selling costs are very relevant. And that time they are competing. They are using different strategies to capture the market, so they are to maximize their profit. Otherwise, when they are sharing the market in the form of cartel, they have to make an arrangement, they have to make an agreement. But in case of non-collusive oligopoly or non-cooperative oligopoly, it's not happening. So it's preferred to collusion as a means of profit maximization and under non-cooperative and non-collusive oligopoly. Now coming to the assertion reason based question. So please read the assertion. Long run equilibrium of the industry in a perfectly competitive market occurs at the point where price equals minimum long run average cost. Price is equal to long run equilibrium of the industry in a perfectly competitive market. So price is equal to AR is equal to MR is equal to MR, and price is equal to average cost also. So they are asking us to find out that it is the point where price equals minimum long run average cost. LRAC, price should be cover the minimum average long run average cost. Reason what they are telling, in this position of zero economic profit, there is no tendency on the part of any existing firm to stage on exit. Yeah, because freedom of entry and exit is there. So, and no potential entrant wants to enter the industry. So, because there is equilibrium, so both A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. So long run equilibrium price is equal to, yeah, so actually we need a diagram to explain that. I hope that you already understood that one, what is average cost and how this both are equal, and minimum profit, normal profit, which what they want to exist in the industry. So this is the correct explanation. There is no tendency on the part of an existing firm because they are enjoy only normal profit is possible. So they are the equilibrium part. That time when this price is equal to average cost also, there is no tendency for the existing firm to exit or no firms to enter the market because there is equilibrium in the industry. So option A is the correct answer. Coming to the next one, in perfect competition, a firm is price taker and the industry is price maker. Reason, no individual firm can influence the price. Yeah, so that is also that option A is false. Industry is price maker. In perfect competition, a firm is price taker and the industry is price maker, because is, but R is true. No individual firm can influence the market. No individual firm can influence the market. But at the same time, in perfect competition, a firm is price taker and the industry is price taker and the industry is price maker. So that is like A is false, but R is true. The next two option is next question is monopolistic competition is a market situation where there is product differentiation. Monopolistic competition is a market situation where there is product differentiation. Product differentiation is also a characteristic of monopoly market. Yeah, from the assertion is correct. Only monopolistic competition is a market situation where there is product differentiation. Yeah, definitely we have product differentiation. But reason, coming to the reason part, product differentiation is also a characteristic of monopoly market. Definitely that is not. Assertion is correct, and but R is product differentiation is not a characteristic of monopoly market. So A is true, but R is false. Coming to the next one, in perfect competition, price must be greater than the average variable cost. In perfect competition, price must be greater than average variable cost. And the reason is for the firm to continue to produce in average variable cost in the short run, variable cost is very much relevant. So for the firm to continue to produce in the short run, price must be greater than the AVC unless the firm is not able to produce a positive level of output. If the firm is not able to produce a positive level of, if the firm cannot cover the average variable cost, definitely the firm cannot continue the product. So both assertion and reason is correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. Perfect competition, always the price must be greater than average variable cost. When the firm is able to cover the average variable cost, then only they can continue the production. Next, true or false, we'll see. In monopoly market, based on this only we are discussing. I hope you can understand this concept. In a monopoly market, firm and industry are different. Yeah, here, do you think what is your option? It is false. In a monopoly market, firm and industry both are both are same. That is an incorrect statement. It's a false statement. A monopoly market consists of only one seller or firm. The single firm caters to the needs of large number of buyers because there is only firm in the market. The firm is regarded as the industry. Both firm itself create industry as well. Next, actually in the current form of market, we cannot see a pure form of monopoly. There is no price discrimination under monopolistic competition. Yeah, that is true only because it's not monopoly. They're asking about monopolistic. So there is no price discrimination. It's not product differentiation, it's price discrimination. So in monopolistic market, there exists a large number of sellers selling differentiated product that are close substitutes. Yeah, that is the main thing. Close substitute they are providing. I forgot to say about that. Like close substitute they are providing each other. Like due to, I told like all the products are like they are substituting each other. Like there is like some only one particular brand we are choosing, that is our wish, but they are closely. We can substitute these products to each other. Due to the presence of large number of sellers in the market, none of them can follow price discrimination. This is because demand curve faced by the sellers is highly elastic. Even a slight change in the price brings about a large change in the quantity demanded. Thus, price discrimination cannot be followed in monopolistic competition. Okay, coming to the next one. Product differentiation is possible under perfect competition. Definitely not. Yeah, false. Under perfect competition, the sellers sell goods that are homogeneous in nature. In other words, the product of each and every firm in a perfectly competitive market is a perfect substitute to others' product in terms of quantity, quality, color, size, features, etc. Therefore, product differentiation is not possible under perfect competition. Perfect competition, all are selling the same product, then there is no scope of product differentiation. Next one, abnormal profits are possible in the long run for a monopoly yeah, that is true. A supernormal profit they can enjoy in the long run because they are the price makers. Depends on the market strategy they can adopt, and they can enjoy supernormal profit or abnormal profit in the long run also. But in other cases, it's not possible. If the firm is enjoying supernormal profit, definitely there is freedom of entry and exit is there. So definitely other firms enter the industry and that excess supernormal profit is cleared off. So that is not there. So okay. Then demand curve under monopoly slopes upward from left to right. No, that is a false option. Yeah, that first statement, demand curve under monopoly is downward sloping from left to right, implying that more of the product can be sold only by lowering the price. Next, under perfect competition, price is determined by equilibrium of demand and supply. Yeah, correct. Only price is determined by equilibrium of demand and supply under perfect competition. Each firm is a price taker. The industry is price maker. In the industry, the market price is determined by the intersection of the supply and demand curves. Next one, the long run equilibrium of a firm in monopolistic competition is associated with zero profit. In the long run, equilibrium of a firm in monopolistic competition is associated with zero profit. Yeah, it's true. The reason why firm in monopolistic competition is associated with zero profit in the long run is free entry and exit of the firm. So that is possible in the long run. Equilibrium of a firm in monopolistic competition is associated with zero profit. Okay. Then when the demand curve is elastic, MR is negative. Yeah, that is a false statement. When the demand curve is elastic, MR is positive. When price elasticity of demand is more than one, means more responsible to the price, more responsive to the price change. When MR has a positive value, so demand curve is elastic. That time you can see that MR has a positive value. It is not having a negative value in case of that in when it is demand curve is elastic. And firm's demand curve under oligopoly is indeterminate. Yeah, that is the correct option. That is the firm's demand curve under oligopoly is indeterminate because there is high degree of interdependence among the firms in the oligopoly market. Price and output policy of one firm significantly depends upon the price and output policy of the rival firms in the market. They are actually looking for the other strategy. So it is indeterminate or king the demand curve. So it is a correct statement. So coming to the last one. Total revenue curve is in monopoly is inverse U-shaped. Yeah, that is the correct one. In monopoly, total revenue curve is inverse U-shaped because initially it rises at a diminishing rate. When MR is diminishing, it reaches its peak when MR is equal to 0 and finally starts sloping. You know that total revenue curve start declining, the MR become negative. And total revenue increasing, so that also it's like inversely U-shaped. Correct statement. Now match the column. Just see the option price discrimination. Monopolist charges the strategies to attract their customers. Like price discrimination they are adopting, and product differentiation is especially related to uh, monopolistic competition. And break-even point is like break-even point is there. Break-even means normal profit. Break-even point means normal profit point is known as break-even point. And perfect competition means homogeneous product, and oligopoly cartel. So just see the correct option from this thing. You can see, yeah, price discrimination, monopoly, product differentiation related to monopolistic competition, and break-even point is related to normal profit, and perfect competition is related to homogeneous product. Oligopoly is related to cartel. I know that my explanation is very much limited, but still you understood something regarding this concept, different forms of market, competitive and non-competitive market. You got some ideas, and actually more explanation is required. But I think I've done, and you got some concept regarding this point. I hope you enjoy. Thank you all. Thank you, and not solution also. So,
Yes. Thank you, Rajni ma'am.
thank you.
Thank you so much for giving wonderful presentation, and definitely today's presentation was very good, and students will be benefited with the chapter forms of market. And this is very important chapter, and most of the time at least one question uh, about the implication of the different market forms are asked by the CBSE as well as for the board exam, that is home examination. So definitely you have presented complete chapter in very good manner, and definitely students will be benefited from this chapter. Now, thank you so much for sparing your valuable time and being here with us. And thank you on behalf of all the viewers. I would like to thank you, and I would like again to request all our viewers kindly subscribe the channel and share this channel about this channel with your friends, with your colleagues, with your junior students also, because we are conducting sessions for class 6 to class 12. And feedback form I have shared in the live chat box. You can fill the feedback form and put the correct email ID, so that email that you get a certificate in your email ID. And very soon we will conduct other chapters too. Stay tuned with us. Thank you so much. Thank you one and all. Thank you, Rajni ma'am.
Thank you.